How's it going, everybody? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be talking a little bit about the brand new World Series reward, Babe Ruth. This is going to be take two, and the first time I'm doing this live over here on Twitch. Let me go ahead and talk a little bit about this screenshot right here. I have the chat alongside with me. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, action. Okay, so Babe Ruth is the World Series reward, and the game is also free in October. So I think that this is really cool for people to get the game, kind of grind out ranked seasons and try to get this Babe Ruth. However, for a brand new player to MLB The Show, I think it's going to be very challenging to get to World Series and unlock this card. I would have preferred Babe Ruth to be the signature team moments reward. I would have liked to see this card be free for a lot of people to just simply grind the game out and unlock that. I talked a little bit about that in my previous upload talking about Vladimir Guerrero. So I wanted to kind of go over the chat and talk a little bit about what they think of this World Series reward. What do you guys think about this card? Let me know in the comment section down below. I might be live streaming while you guys are watching this video, playing some ranked seasons. But to start this one off, I wanted to talk about Babe Ruth in the previous game. I mean, he has 125 contact versus right, 125 really versus everything except for the vision. We see Ted Williams is a pretty similar card to this year's game in MLB The Show 18. I have his stats right here, as well as I have his stats for MLB The Show 19. But I think that this card, I mean, Babe Ruth as well as Ted Williams are two really good cards. Ted Williams was released in the 8th inning program, so I think that's a nice way to kind of get a power hitter in the lineup for free. I'm not sure how I'll be able to put Babe Ruth and Ted Williams in the lineup. But I figured a lot of people would be disappointed that it's a World Series reward. I figured that some people would be excited because it kind of sets a skill gap away from people that just are getting the game. Not everybody should have Babe Ruth type of an idea of that aspect. But as far as Ted Williams in this year's game, he's definitely solid in terms of his stats. If you take a look, it's very similar. 125 and 123 is really the only difference. I think if the main thing about Babe Ruth is if he has secondary at first base, absolutely. That is something that in this game in MLB The Show 18, his immortal version had secondary first baseman, and I think that this is going to be the most important thing. However, I have Lou Gehrig on my squad, and Lou Gehrig has amazing stats as well. If you take a look, Lou Gehrig's stats right here, 125, 119, 112. I know that Babe Ruth is going to have increased stats. He's probably going to have right around the same fielding. I'm liking the options. I think that this is going to be awesome to have multiple options at first base. Last year it was really just Babe Ruth at first, or you had Frank Thomas if that was your other choice. I mean, there really wasn't that many choices at first base. Pujols as well, a couple guys that were free, George Brett. But I think in this year's game, I mean, George Brett at third is probably the move. I don't know if I will be able to fit Babe Ruth and all these lefties in my lineup. So that's kind of what I'm at right now. I know that this chat box is kind of blocking my lineup, but I do have 4 lefties in there, as well as a switch hitter. If I'm able to get Chipper Jones, then I'll swap out George Brett for that. But as far as Babe Ruth being the World Series award, I think that it's great. I think that at the same time, a lot of people will be disappointed and maybe discouraged to play ranked seasons when they just get the game. If they're marketing that and as one of the cards, I think that, I don't know. I was kind of thinking about this, and I wanted to see your guys' thoughts, but it seems like it's kind of 50-50. If I was able to have a vote going, then I would be able to have a little bit more of an idea. But I'm curious to see what you guys think in the comments section down below for this video. Babe Ruth is going to be a great card. He has an amazing swing. He's going to have maxed out stats. I'm just not sure if a lot of people are going to get him. I mean, obviously, 1,000 people or so make World Series. More people are going to want to play the game because of it. But I think that another thing to talk about is during the reveal for this, at about 12 seconds in, we saw Albert Pujols on the bench or in the on-deck circle in the clip. I had a tough time seeing it, but people in the chat were talking about it. I'm not sure if he's going to be the next boss. I'm not sure about that, but that's going to add another first baseman, third baseman to the mix, a variety of positions. But I'm hoping Babe Ruth has first base. That's probably the main thing. If he has first base, then I'll be able to fit him in the lineup somewhere. If he doesn't, but yeah, I think it's an interesting way to release the card as well. I mean, for everyone to unlock Vladimir Guerrero, I understand that he was the collection reward last year. Babe Ruth was probably the toughest one. But yeah, Babe Ruth is the World Series reward. So I wanted to kind of get this video out there, talk a little bit about it. I still haven't even made World Series for this season. I've barely played any ranked seasons games this month. I can talk a little bit about my season and kind of what I've been doing. But in terms of this reward, I am excited. I'm going to look to get him. But I've only played, let's take a look. During this current season, I've only played 14 games. Last season, I played around the same. And I'm at 841. So I can try to get the Chipper Jones. I think that he's going to be a great card, but George Brett has been amazing for me. Let me go ahead and hide this image so you guys can see some stats here on this card. This card, I mean, George Brett, I don't even if I get Chipper Jones, I think I'll sell him and keep George Brett at third base and try to unlock Honus Wagner. That's the same thing I'm thinking about with Babe Ruth. If I can get Babe Ruth for World Series, I might go ahead and sell him. Because I already have Ted Williams in left field, I'll try and get that Honus Wagner. I just want to try out some new cards, and I was hoping that Babe Ruth would be free for everybody to get, so that way I can unlock him. But I know it's not just about me. I'm also thinking about other people. I'm thinking about the majority of the fan base for this game. The top 1% can make World Series, and I felt like not everyone was able to get Babe Ruth last year. What do you guys think? 500 ABs? Okay, that's talking about George Brett, but I'm thinking about last year having 750 hits with players to unlock that Babe Ruth. I didn't really go up against him too often, but yeah, it was painful to grind last year. I know a lot of people that didn't spend money were still able to unlock him, but still, I mean, I think it's great that SDS is releasing him. I would have liked to see him released earlier as well. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I would have liked to see him released earlier. I'm excited to have him in the game now, though. I mean, it's gonna, hopefully that brings back some motivation for me to try and hop on this game a little bit more. I've been extremely busy with everything I've been doing, so I haven't been able to play as much. But even with Chipper Jones as the World Series reward this month, I still haven't had too many opportunities to play that many games. But hopefully you guys can get this Babe Ruth. Hopefully you guys can push for World Series, unlock him rather quickly. Should be going for a lot of stubs. I mean, this is the first Babe Ruth we've seen on the market. He wasn't available on the market last year. So I don't know what I mean, people are saying that he's going to go for 700K. He could very well go for right around $1 million when he first comes out, like Chipper Jones was going for right around 600, 700,000 stubs. I think with Pujols coming out, that might lower the price. I haven't even checked what Chipper Jones's price is on the market since Babe Ruth has been revealed. But let's go ahead and actually do that. Chipper Jones, let's see. He's still right around the same, 479, 425 by now. But yeah, I'm not gonna make any purchases for YouTube right now, Zoe. But that would be something where, I mean, you want to get these cards right away for YouTube content. It's gonna be tough to make World Series. A lot of people coming back playing this game, I think. But I'm excited. I'm excited to try and make World Series for Babe Ruth. Hopefully, I can put enough time in to make it. I mean, this ranked seasons, I've won enough games, but I just haven't had enough time to play enough games. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But that should do it for this one, guys. Thank you guys for helping me out with this video. I didn't really have a plan for today. I wanted to talk a little bit about the World Series reward. I didn't even know that they were going to reveal it. It is going to be released pretty soon here. We see. Let me go ahead and get this final screenshot. This one right here. It's going to be coming out on the 15th. I don't even know when this ranked seasons ends. When is the last day? Is it the 14th? Is it the 15th at 3 p.m. Pacific time when ranked seasons ends? I haven't even looked at it. It says, okay, so I'm looking right now. Ends the 15th, 3 p.m. Pacific time. So just answered my own question. But that's how much time I have to get Chipper Jones. I'm going to try and get him. But I do have a couple things to do today. So I wanted to try and get a video going. I do have a little bit of time. Yep, I do have a little bit of time to make it. But I need to win at least 3 or 4 games in a row. So wanted to get this video out. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. And I will see you in the next one. Babe Ruth is the World Series reward. And I'm out. Peace.